did want to go over one thing. I'm not sure if I've done this in class yet, but if you uploaded all of the files to your drive from your phone to your drive and now need to bring them down again, so download them, I have created a cookies folder. And here is that downloaded file, and it's a zipped file. So if I kind of go into here, um, it has the zipper on it. And so it is a compressed folder. And so if I went in there, I can't use these, even though it says it's an HEIC file, I can't use them. And it's because they're all compressed. So what I need to do is extract them all. I don't have to go into it. I was just showing you that, but I can extract them. And then I have to decide where it's going. So I am going to put it into just my cookies folder, select folder, and it's going to extract them. Okay. And here they are. They're all in there now, and I no longer need this zip file. So just wanted to show you how to do that because it's, sometimes it trips up students. Okay, so now I'm in Photoshop and I'm going to open this file in a different way because I want all of the photos into one file. I don't want to open up a bunch of different files. So I'm going to come up here to File, and then I'm going to go down to Scripts, which to me makes no sense, but that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to load files into Stack. So this is what I'm doing. It's going to open it up here. Now I'm going to find my files. I'm going to browse, go into my graphic design cookies. If I don't find that, I can go into my desktop. I have mine in a complicated way. So here it is. And I'm going to click on the first one, click on the last one. So they are all highlighted. My zip file is not highlighted. And then I click on OK. So here they all are. Now there's an option here to attempt to automatically align source images. I don't think I need to do that because I propped up my phone in a kind of a makeshift tripod. So I can just press OK. Now it's going to take a while for all of these to load in layers. You can see that my cursor is kind of a circle, but now they are all here, okay? And this is a reminder that every once in a while you might need to go into Windows, and if your workspace doesn't look like this or you've done other things to your workspace, you can go into Windows, Workspace, and then you can do Reset Essentials, and so that'll kind of take it back to its default. So right now I have all my layers over here. I don't need to do anything with my layers. You might need to, but I'm good with my pictures. I do need to turn this into a timeline. So I'm going to go into my windows and I'm going to go down to timeline, and timeline pops up here. And then I'm going to click on create frame animation. And that makes my first one that's numbered correctly. It makes that show up. But now I want all my other ones to be here. So I could drag each one in, but since I have them in a numbered order, I'm going to come into here, and this is this little hamburger thing here, these three lines. They're kind of hidden, they're very small, but here they are. And I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to do make frames from layers. So that's going to put all of my layers into frames. Okay, so here it is. So let's play it right now. Okay, so it just, keeps, going from an empty plate to a stack of cookies. Okay, so cool. That was really fast, too fast. So I'm going to click on my first frame, number one, and I'm going to hold down my shift because I want to select all of these. I'm going to hold down my shift and I'm going to click on the last one. So that highlights them all. So if I make a change, it will happen to all of my frames. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to change this to 0.2 seconds. Okay, now I'm going to watch it. Okay, so here it is. Okay, and that's the way that happens. And it continually loops because I have it on forever. Okay, so that's the way that one works. So I want to do something different. So I start with an empty plate. I start with a full one. And then it always just restarts with an empty plate. So what I'm going to do is I would really like to actually start with full cookies and then go down. And then from an empty plate, go back up. So that's what I would like to do. So I'm first going to copy all of these. So I'm going to click on the first one, hold my shift key down, click on the last one, go back to this hamburger, and I'm going to copy frame. Then I have to go back to the hamburger and paste frames. And it's going to give me a choice. I can either paste before the selection or the after the selection. I'm going to paste it before because I want to, I'll show you why. So I'm going to press OK. Okay. So here it is. Right now it goes empty plate to full plate, empty plate to full plate. That's kind of pointless, right? Because that's the same as the forever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my first one, uh, click on hold the shift key and click on the last one, 10. And then I'm going to go back to the hamburger and I'm going to reverse the frames. Okay. So now you can see what happens. Starts with a full cookie, goes down to an empty plate, then builds up from there. So let me play that. So there's one little thing that's wrong. I don't know if you noticed that, but if you're clicking down here, like I'm going to click on number 6. It's 3 cookies, 2 cookies, 1 cookie, half a cookie, empty plate. Okay, that all makes sense. But if you go in the other direction, empty plate, partial cookie, then a whole cookie, that doesn't make any sense. So what I need to do now is just on this side, just on the partial cookie side, I want to get rid of the frame. I want to keep the frame over here when we're taking away cookies. But on the one on here where we're building up the cookies, I want to take it away. Do not press the delete button. I did that and that's a problem. Don't do that. Instead, come down here, over here, next to the forever and the play head, and then delete it here. And I'm going to delete just that frame. Okay. And so then that works. Um, and so now I'm just going to start at the beginning and see how this works. Okay. And then I build it back up and then it comes down. Okay. So that's what I do. I could add words to it. I could be, I could be cute. I could say something like, me want cookies, or I don't know, something like that. But I'm going to do it like this. And I'm going to now export it. And I have 2 choices to export it. And I want you to do both kinds. So one is a file, and then I go down to export. And then I do save for web. So this is the way that I'm going to do it as a GIF. So here it is. It's a GIF. I'm going to leave everything up here, but I am going to change something down here. By the way, this GIF. It's taking a while to render. That's why it was taking a while. But look at the image size. The image size is big, and it's too big for social media, actually. So I'm going to just change this to 600 by 900. I don't know, it's taking a while for this to happen. So I'm going to do it 600 by 900. Um, and then I'm going to do done. And it's going to export. And then, you know what? I don't know if I did that correctly. Let me just do this again. I think that my recording area is in a weird place. So I didn't see what I clicked on. I clicked as done, but I think I should have clicked as. So I'm doing 600, 900. It's taking a while in between because it's processing and compressing everything. And then up. Yeah. I needed to click on save. I couldn't see that. And save it, says where do you want to do it? I'm going to put it in my cookies and I'm going to save it as Wilkerson K underscore cookies. Save it. Okay. All right. So I've done that. So here's the last thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to also export it as a video, and there's different uses for that. So let's say I wanted to put this on YouTube for some reason. I am going to go into File and Export, and I'm going to go down to Render Video. And this is going to, the format is H.264, which is an MP4, actually. And so I'm going to click on it and I'm going to do Wilkerson K, and then I'm going to do cookies. I don't have to say that it's a video because it's going to show up that way. Right. And then I'm going to export the video, and this is the way I have both an MP4 and I have a GIF that I can submit in the Canvas assignment.